pair together for the academic year on behalf of the Hertford County Board of Education, I would like to say welcome. Welcome to our new personnel and welcome back to our veterans. Hertford County School family, we know how close we are. We are good that you could relax and recharge, and you look as if you're ready and roaring to come back to school. We are fortunate to have the very best faculty and staff that any school district could have. That includes every department. I don't want to leave out any, being teachers, central office, transportation, technology. Every department is what makes our school so successful and makes it tick and work together. I hope you have had a very relaxed summer. I hope that you have enjoyed your family and your friends, and that we are all ready to begin our new academic year. In the past year, we have found new ways to fulfill our mission and educate our students, and we will continue to do so this fall. We look forward to our opening. We have so many things to be excited about. As I toured Bearfield's new facility yesterday, I could see how excited our teachers and our staff and the superintendent and the administrators there were looking forward to a new year in a new school. We also look forward to a new year ahead with very positive attitudes, because we have to have those for our children's sake. We have worked through many times, many challenges, and many difficulties in the past, but we know, working together, our Hertford County schools dedicated, very dedicated, and positive faculty and staff, and our community supporting us, and with our superintendent, Dr. Wright, leading us, that we will have a very successful school year. We know that you as educators realize the quote from Nelson Mandela, that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change our world. Let us go forth this year with this in mind, as you have in the past demonstrated on a daily basis that this statement is certainly true, and that you have chosen a profession that demonstrates this day after day and year after year. So my fellow board members, Mr. Dennis Deloach, Vice Chair, Mr. James Wendell Hall, Mr. Clarence Hall, and Dr. James Shern, wish you a great and successful year. And we want you to know that you have our support, and we appreciate and value everything that you do, because we have seen you work very hard in the past through difficult times, but you persevered, you remain positive, and we know that this year we're gonna continue to do this very same thing. So best wishes from the board. Good luck and much success, and stay safe. We also at this time would like to recognize our community. We have so many members of the community that assist us throughout the year. And for our 2021 annual convocation, our sponsors were Newcourt, Vidant, Ronald Juwan, and Walmart. We really thank those sponsors for assisting us with our convocation. And always, we thank our community for supporting us. Best wishes to you. Be safe and know that the Hertford County Board of Education is here to support you in whatever you need. Thank you so much.
Morning, Hertford County Schools. Welcome to the year of the growl. Grow, restore, overcome, win, and learn. One lesson we want to be certain all of our staff learns this year is the importance of self-care. Be on the lookout for strategies, activities, and other things, encouraging nudges for you to prioritize yourself. You must take care of yourself first so you can take care of others, including our students. We want you to be healthy and happy so you can be your best self while serving Hertford County Public Schools. On to the introductions. We are here to introduce the new staff for this year. So principals, as I call the name of your school, please unmute yourself and present your staff or introduce your staff in your own way. The first school will be Ahoskie Elementary School.
Good morning. And again, we are the new
Okay, thank you, Ahoskie Elementary School. Okay, our next school up is Bearfield Primary School.
At Bearfield Primary School, our new teachers are in pre-K. We have a new instructional partner, Michelle Freeman. In kindergarten, we have new teachers, Christy Pugh returning home. And Tiffany Freeman as the teacher and used to be an instructional partner. And we have our new instructional partner, Juliana Harrell, which will work with kindergarten and third grade. In first grade, we have Emily Harper as our teacher. In second grade, we have Marichild Kamei, Jocelyn Antonio, and Natalie Harrell. And in third grade, we have India Frazier and Brittany M. Lassiter, who was an instructional partner, Reach Associate, and now she is teaching. And we have our administrative intern, Patrice Watford, who joined our group this year. Thank you so much.
Okay, our next school is C.S. Brown STEM School.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to C.S. Brown High School STEM. We have no new employees. However, we have a new Reach Associate, Miss Linda Walden.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next school is Early College High School.
Good morning, Hertford County Public School family. I bring you greetings from Early College High School, where we continue to be all in for learning, but specifically this year, we're ready to growl. This year, we are grateful for Miss Boone's return after being in the hospital for 51 days. She has shown us how her strength and how resilient she is. This year, we are excited to have the following people join our team. Mr. Richard Scott as our teacher assistant, Miss BB Davis as our custodian. We are borrowing Nurse Hollingsworth from Bearfield. Miss Barden Torres as math teacher. And we're welcoming back home Miss Marilyn Hall in the position as a history teacher. Thank you to everyone. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful school year. And here's a little picture of our staff.
Thank you. Next up is Hertford County Middle School.
No, that's the Early College High School.
Next up is Hertford County Middle School.
We're up. Okay, I think you can see us,
Yes, ma'am.
but we can't see us. We can't see you seeing us.
You can-
I'd like to introduce our new staff, and we did have a little presentation, just about a 2-minute presentation to share our new staff and our whole staff, and that would take about 2 minutes if we could take that liberty.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Once we get started, it'll take about a minute.
Are you going to share your screen?
Thank you so much. And to the other schools and the students who are coming, we wish you the best school year ever. Thank you to our board and Dr. White for all your support.
Thank you. Next, we will have Riverview Elementary School.
Good morning, good morning. We are very happy about this year and our students coming back to a new school year, as well as our staff and parents. I would like to introduce this.
Come first.
Can you see us?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. I would like to introduce Ms. Shelley Mabin, one of our instructional partners that is joining us this year. We're glad to have her. We're also glad to receive Ms. Shannon Ruffin, who will be joining our kindergarten teacher. We are also glad to introduce Ms. Kathy Guider as one of our MCLs this year. Also would like to introduce Ms. Alicia Fennell, Ms. Marek Fennell as one of our MCLs this year. And would like to introduce Ms. Dana Kinlaw, who is our REACH associate. We thank you and we look forward to a great school year and thank you for all of your support.
All right, thank you. Next up, our fearless leader, Dr. Wright, will introduce the new central office staff.
Good morning, Hereford County Schools. Good morning, good morning. I can't hear y'all talking back to me, but I can see y'all hollering and jumping up and down and everything. We have some big changes here at the central office, and we've had a lot of movement up here in the past year. So I want to introduce our new district office or district-wide personnel at this time. Starting behind me, you've already heard of this morning, Ms. Shonda Cherry, our Executive Director of Human Resources. Also in the Human Resources Department, Ms. Tanya Freeman. In the Curriculum and Instruction Department, Ms. Benita Fields, the Director of Exceptional Children. Now an old face in a new place, Mr. Ernest Cooley, Director of Secondary Education. Ms. Keisha Johnson is an administrative assistant to the assistant superintendent. She's not able to be with us today. Ms. Sabria Britt, who's an administrative assistant to the curriculum directors, is also not present today, but let's give them a round of applause. Also today, who is here is an old face in a new place also, Ms. Natasha Norman, Director of Elementary Education. I didn't expect anything any different. Also this morning, our Exceptional Children's Lead Secretary is Ms. Leah Weaver. Also, probably the most recent addition to our district office staff, Ms. Lillian Pugh, Executive Secretary of Finance. Last but certainly not least, one of the men that keeps our buses going, Mr. Lorenzo Benthal. Those are our new employees from the central office. Let's give them all a round of applause again.
Now for what we all been waiting for. We will have our state of school address by Dr. William T. Wright, Superintendent of Hereford County Public Schools.
Thank you very much, Madam Teacher of the Year. And I would like to also charge it to my head and not my heart. I left off, we have hired a new principal since the last time we got together for this convocation, this gathering. And that is Dr. Jason Leach at Hereford County High School. And also, I see the Hereford County High School folks clapping and yeah, he's coming up. Let me see him, okay. And so also at Hereford County Middle School, our resident interim principal is now at Hereford County Middle School doing a fantastic job, Mrs. Nora Arter. So I wanted to make mention of those two folks as well. Okay, come on, do that first.
Okay, I apologize. I forgot Hereford County High School. I'm so sorry. Principal Leach, would you please introduce your new staff?
Greetings from the Hereford County High School. We are excited to introduce our new staff that we have. And when I call your name, please just stand. Who's going to serve as our new receptionist? We have Ms. Yashika Bacchus. who will be one of our teachers. Miss Jessica Jacobs. Ms. Shaquila Pugh. Ms. Kayon Samunda Brown. We are grateful for Ms. Vivian Moore Leary, who served as our school nurse. In our cafeteria, we will have Ms. Lyles and Mr. Trotman. And we will serve as a reach associate is Ms. Raquel Britt. And we're going to continue to grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Hertford County High School. And again, I apologize for that.
Thank you, Ms. Cherry. Great job. And Dr. Leach, also thank you and to your staff, as well as all of our 7 schools. I'm absolutely thankful and proud of the work that we're doing. And it's so very good to see all of you looking like you're ready to go and start the school year. I'm ready, Mr. Langford. So this year, in my quiet time, I came up with this amazing concept to talk about growling. Bears, everybody probably knows that bears growl. And so this year we're developing our theme around that because we have a lot of work to do, obviously, to get ourselves caught up and ready for this amazing school year. We know that this school year, again, is going to be full of a lot of amazing challenges, but I'm absolutely excited as I've been in and out of our schools, watching you prepare, watching your energy. I'm absolutely excited about this school year and the wonderful things that I know that we're going to do. And so this year, we're naming it the Year of the Growl. So despite everybody may not know this, so we'll talk about this a little bit. I didn't before I did my research. When does a bear growl in real life? I would have thought before my research that they did it to call each other or whatever. Well, adult bears use the voice when in pain, in fear, in combat, or when seriously threatened. So right there in your seats all across our district and throughout our community, just raise your hands and look at each other if any of us have experienced at least one of those emotions during the past 12 months. Probably everybody, one of those emotions, okay? So a little bit about me. This is my 24th year as a professional educator, 3.5 years I taught business, 4 years as an assistant principal, did 6 years as a principal. And the update on the bottom one is the most important. That's actually not quite right. It is 5 years, 8 months now and 20 days as superintendent of Hertford County Public Schools. So certainly glad to be continuing to serve, and thanks to the Board of Education. I recently received a 4-year contract extension, which is an awesome thing for a superintendent. So certainly glad about that. So right there where you are, let's take this opportunity. Everybody all across the district, we're going to practice this morning with the help of the bear. So everybody, it's time to growl. All right. I couldn't hear you, but I know you were out there doing that. So throughout the school year, probably not in the presence of children, but when you're by yourself in your room, you have permission to do that every now and then. All right. So let's talk about the 5 components of the acronym GROWL. This is what I expect us all to be doing this year. The G is for grow. We all have to grow. We all have to get better. We all have to work as hard as we can to improve student success, student achievement, But we also have to grow ourselves as individuals, learn how to serve students better, learn how to take care of ourselves better. So that's the G for grow. The R is for restore. We're going to have to restore some things this year. The O, we got to continue to overcome. We've been hit with a lot of adversity the last 18 months or so. So we got to be prepared to do that. The W is for win. And the L is the most important thing that we all have signed up to do. We have to continue to learn. So the grow. Academically, 21-22, the school year we just finished, the school year that's forthcoming, it must serve as a baseline for the future. In essence, we're having to start over academically. With that challenge, everyone must achieve exceeded growth status this year. That's our focus. That's what we're going to be talking about. The segue concept with the 6% growth is still in effect, but we got to do that quickly because just 6% won't do. We must have exceeded growth also. And then those seeds, in order to grow, we got to place seeds in the ground in order for growth to occur. So what are those seeds? Those seeds are, listen to me carefully, we got to have every one of these in order to help our children and help our communities. Most important was probably the first one. We have to be positive in all that we do. Positivity, we got to make progress. We have to exemplify professionalism, and we have to have poise. So I want you to repeat those to yourself. Those are the seeds that we need in order to grow. Positivity, progress, professionalism, and poise. Now we want to restore. Ladies and gentlemen, there's some things we don't want back, but there's some things that are essential to us moving forward. We got to make sure we restore those things. We're still on our all-in approach to learning. Everyone has to participate in this process, whether you are a direct instruction employee or an indirect instruction employee. Still got to be an all-in approach to learning. Our in-person learning, absolutely necessary. We got to take care of ourselves so we can get as much in-person learning in as we can, with opportunities to enhance that learning with supplemental education. So what am I talking about? Those educational experiences we've been talking about. When we can, when it's safe, I want to be clear about it. Can't do this right now, but when it's safe, we need to be doing field trips again. We need virtual lessons when we can provide them. Video streaming, guest lecturers, guests to come in and help you develop your concepts, outdoor learning, experimental learning, project-based learning. There are absolutely no limits on the possibilities. We haven't learned anything else over these last 18 months. We've learned that education is more than just sitting and getting. I promise, my promise to you, to each of you, everybody in our district, is to be more visible, more vigilant as a district's instructional leader. But I expect and require you to do the same as well. Restoration, as we're talking about, requires that commitment. So our key words for restoring are commitment, consistency, and collaboration. We can't restore without any of those three very important words: committed, consistency, collaboration. Then to overcome. The biggest challenge we have in Hertford County Schools is we've got to overcome the negative opinion of our district. It takes you to do that. And so the question is, what do we believe? Do we believe that we're an outstanding school district that's getting better? That's the question I'll ask you this morning. Can we truly overcome the cloud of doubt? Those are the questions. We got to do that in order to overcome. So how do we do that? We do that through marketing ourselves, through mandating excellence, and through modeling that we're an awesome school district. We want to win. Yes, we want to continue to win at sports as we always have. We are known as a prominent sports district. We want to continue to be doing that. But also, in addition to sports, we want to win at academics. We've got national winners now that are students of our school district. We want to continue to talk about that. And we want to also celebrate you as staff members when you win, when you get awards. We want to talk about that. And then as you learn of things that are going on in our community that are great, we want to talk about those things as well. A pastor of mine, a former pastor of mine, had this great saying. I love it. I think we should adopt it as a school district. He would say, every time something good happens, go tell everyone you know. Everything that's not so good, tell us so that we can grow and get better. That's the mindset that we have to have if we want to win. So how do we do that? Our 3 buzzwords for win are sell. We got to sell the good things that are going on. We have to state the good things that are going on if we want to win. And when there are problems, we have to solve them internally. Then our favorite and last component, the reason why we're here, we have to learn from our past and our present to inform the future. We've got to have a special attention on language and math. And the question is, how do we measure up? We have to analyze ourselves, look at the data, and then make sure that we are having tried and true practices that move us forward. It's absolutely critical that we focus on language and math. We have to attract and retain quality talent. That's why the superintendent is so glad to see each of you, because I know with you, we have a great shot at learning above and beyond measure this year. We have opportunity culture in place, which is an amazing opportunity for teachers to give us leadership at the ground level floor. So we're absolutely excited about those MCLs and Reach Associates and all of you that are participating in that process. We also have to figure out who the expert learning leaders are. Then the question is, once we figure that out, are we leaning and learning from them? Are we leading and learning from them? Then am I developing myself? Everybody point to yourself this morning. Am I developing myself? Because I got to develop me before I can continue to develop others. And then the question, probably the most important question up here is, what lessons have I learned during the pandemic that I will always hold true to my future work as an educator? We didn't go through this pandemic, and we're not still going through this pandemic not to learn from it. So we got to make sure that we use lessons learned and have that inform our future. And then the buzzwords for learn. We got to require learning. We have to expect results. We've got to raise the standards. And guess what? We got to reach everyone. Every single student that we're sent, we got to reach it. So out of all of this, as a borrow from my times in the United Holy Church in my young years, I developed something called the affirmation of the growlers. So not that growler, but the bear's growl. So let's try this on for size. Our growl is not exactly like the adult bears. However, it is a result of fighting through the pain and process of the pandemic. Our growl is a look into the future with high expectations. Our growl is a look inwardly to determine how we as leaders can be better, do better, and inspect and expect better of those who we serve and those who serve our students. Our growl requires us to expect growth, requires us to restore our school district to increase student achievement. It requires us to overcome the negative cloud that our district has endured for generations. It requires us to win in all areas for students, staff, and the community at large. Most importantly, our growl requires us to learn, to facilitate learning for students, to learn ourselves, and to learn with and for each other. I plan to have that in my office to guide my leadership journey through this year and years to come. And I challenge you to do the same. So how do we respond this year when stuff happens? Because it's going to happen. Remember now, the adult bears use the voice when in pain. They bawl when they're in pain. In fear, they moan. In combat, they bellow. And when they're seriously threatened, they use a deep-throated pulsing sound. So here's what I'd like for us to do. Every time there's pain this year, our reaction is we're going to grow from it. Every time there's fear this year, my reaction is I'm going to restore safety and calmness. Every time this year there is combat or adversity, my reaction is I'm going to overcome with commitment. I'm going to win against every serious threat through determination, and I'm going to learn from the experience. And without a doubt, I have confidence in every one of you. I know, don't even doubt for a minute, this is going to be the best year yet. And I'm counting on it. Thank you. Looking forward to an awesome school year. They wouldn't let me sit down. Had to get right back up. So at this time, believe it or not, that's the shortest speech the superintendent's ever given to open a school year. I got some folks in this room that are shocked. I know many of you are too. So I hereby call the opening ceremony closed for this school year. Go be great. Have an awesome school year.